Hi, my name is Melissa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use La Roche-Posay Pure Vitamin C 10 Serum. And at first I would like to go over the benefits, for whom it is suitable and when you can use it. Then I want to share with you what to avoid and an example skincare routine. And lastly, show you the application. And as always, you'll find the timestamps and example skincare routine in the description box down below. Now this serum contains 10% of ascorbic acid, which is the pure form of vitamin C. It's a great antioxidant to fight free radicals, to protect the skin from the environment and therefore prevent premature aging. It also boosts collagen production to reduce fine lines and wrinkles and smoothen skin texture, as well as speeds up the fading process of hyperpigmentation like dark spots after breakouts or if you have sun damaged skin. Along ascorbic acid, it includes a bit of salicylic acid, which gently exfoliates the skin, as well as niacin, hyaluronic acid and glycerin for hydration, calming and soothing the skin, and then lastly dimethicone to lock in those benefits to prevent water loss and have a breathable finish. And you can use this vitamin C serum daily in the morning and or evening. It is suitable for all skin types, and you can use it on its own or along with other skincare products. Now, when using it along with other skincare products, please remember that there's one potential conflict which applies to niacinamide products, primarily niacinamide serums, as they usually come in a higher concentration. And in that sense, it's best to keep them in separate routines. Use one in the morning, the other one in the evening, to ensure that you will get all the benefits out of your vitamin C serum. However, if you have been combining them in the same routine and it shouldn't in any way cause any sensitivities and it's working well for you, go ahead, keep on going with that routine. If you do not notice any visible changes, you may want to use them in separate routines instead. Now I have prepared for you one example morning skincare routine as well as two evening skincare routines, which if you like to, you can recreate at home. I want to primarily go over the order of application as well as what a combination can look like. Now remember to always pick the right products for your skin type and skin concerns. The simpler you can keep it, the better. And make sure to properly protect the skin if you have sun exposure, like if you're outdoors, even on cloudy days, to protect the skin from the damaging UV rays. Now let's get started with the example morning skincare routine, which you can see right here, by first of all starting off using the right cleanser for your skin type and needs. Then after that, make sure to properly pat the skin dry. After that, as an optional step, you can include a hydrating serum like the hyaluronic acid serum. Apply to the skin, leave it on the skin, give it a moment to absorb into the skin, and then use your vitamin C serum afterwards on top. And then lastly, before heading outdoors, don't forget your sunscreen. If you're a person that likes to wear makeup, then you would do this after your sunscreen step, but make sure to wait at least 10 to 15 minutes in between for your sunscreen to set before moving on to your makeup application. As for the evening skincare routine, it's completely fine to use the vitamin C serum in the evening as well. So it could look similar to my morning skincare routine, just without the sunscreen step. And you may want to use a moisturizer afterwards if you feel the need. However, remember that you may need to adjust your cleansing step. Now, your regular cleanser is able to, for example, remove the sunscreen that I've emphasized in my morning skincare routine. However, if you're trying to remove mineral sunscreen or waterproof makeup, I suggest using an oil or balm cleanser instead, or you may want to do a double cleanse. As for the other example skincare routine, that's a combination that I quite often get asked in my comments, therefore I want to emphasize it. And this would be if you can use this vitamin C serum along La Roche-Posay Effaclar Ultra Concentrate Serum, which is an exfoliating acid serum. And the answer is yes, you can go ahead if your skin is able to tolerate it. If you have sensitive skin or you do not tolerate the Effaclar Ultra Concentrate Serum on its own, well then you wouldn't use this combination. Therefore, my suggestion would be in the beginning, keep them in separate routines. Use your vitamin C in the morning, your exfoliant in the evening, see how this goes. Adjust the frequency of your exfoliant as well. And if everything goes well, then you can combine them in the same routine. And then you would use the exfoliant after your non-exfoliating acid cleanser, but before applying your vitamin C serum. And then lastly, if you still should feel the need, follow with a moisturizer afterwards. Now remember that below the example routines, you have the overall general guide of how you would use the individual products as well as how much you would need to use of them. If you want to recreate one or even both example skincare routines, you can go ahead and do so. I have everything for you in a PowerPoint, and after the example skincare routines, you'll find the product description box part where I list all the products that I have emphasized in my routines, what they do for you, for whom they are suitable, so that you have an idea of what you're going to pick based on your skin type and skin concerns. After that, you'll find a general skincare tips guide, which shows you how to do a patch test, how you can properly wash your face to avoid skincare pilling, layering tips, as well as a more in-depth sunscreen application and removal guide. So remember, it's all in the PowerPoint, which you can check out and download to your device if you're going to click on the description box down below. And now that you know what's important to keep in mind when working with your La Roche-Posay Vitamin C Serum, let's head into the application. Now we're going to get started with the first step, which is properly washing your face to ensure proper layering and absorption, as well as avoiding sensitivities. And this already starts off by choosing the right cleanser for your skin type and needs. For example, La Roche-Posay Effaclar Purifying Foaming Gel Cleanser if you have an oilier skin type, or their Tolerant Dermo Cleanser or Hydrating Cleanser if you have a drier skin type. Then, when using water, use lukewarm water to warm water around body's temperature, but avoid hot water, otherwise it may dry out your skin. And then make sure to use a clean and soft washcloth in between to remove last traces of your cleanser, sunscreen and or makeup, primarily when washing your face above the sink, to ensure that everything comes properly off the skin. And then lastly, pat the skin dry. And those are now the steps that I'm going to show you. Now this cleanser needs to be applied to wet skin, so let's get started. Then dispense about a coin-sized amount of cleanser in the palm of your hand. Rub your hands together, and when using your regular water-based cleanser, massage it all over your face and neck for about 30 seconds. Now rinse it off. Now take your clean, damp washcloth to remove any excess. Then I recommend rinsing again. And now go ahead and take a clean towel and gently pat all over to remove the excess water drops from the skin surface to ensure proper layering, absorption and avoiding sensitivities. Once you're done with your cleansing step, now remember, as an optional step, you can now move on to, for example, La Roche-Posay Hyaluronic Acid Serum applied to the skin. Leave it on the skin, give it a moment to absorb into the skin before heading on to the next step, which is the application of your Vitamin C Serum. So I have the setup right here of my example morning skincare routine, but I'm going to keep my main focus towards the Vitamin C and sunscreen application. Now when using your Vitamin C Serum, remember to use about 3 to 5 drops for your face and neck. So 3 drops for your face, couple of drops more for your neck, so that you have enough product to evenly and thinly apply it all over your face and neck. And remember not to get it into your eyes nor into your mouth, and please do not use it on top of your eyelids. Dispense the product in the palm of your hand, fingertips, or immediately onto your face, depending on your preference. And then blend it all over. And once you have applied it all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Now remember to store your vitamin C serum in the fridge to make sure that it's going to stay stable for much longer. And once you're done with the application, you can stop right here, leave it as it is if you do not have any sun exposure, or now follow on with the moisturizer if you feel the need, depending on your overall setup of your skincare routine and your skin type. Now, alternatively, you can immediately move on to your sunscreen step if you're going to do this in the morning, as the serum on its own can feel hydrating enough that you can use it on its own. And then when moving on to your sunscreen step, remember to apply 10 to 15 minutes before heading outdoors. As an example, I have La Roche-Posay Anthelios UV Immune 400 Fluid right here, which does not leave a white cast. Need to give it a good shake before you're going to dispense it in the palm of your hand, or maybe in half a teaspoon, which is what I have right here. Now, my general guide always relies to half a teaspoon for your face and neck, including your ears, about 1 teaspoon if you have more décolletage exposure because more skin is exposed. Now, you can adjust the amount a slightly bit if you should have a different sunscreen based on if it's a cream-like sunscreen or gel-like sunscreen, then you may need to use a bit less. But make sure to have enough product to evenly cover it all over the area that's exposed to the sun to make sure that you can properly protect it. I have half a teaspoon right here to give you a visual guide. So about that much. You can see it's quite a fair amount that you need to use to cover the entire area that I just emphasized, which now in my focus is face, neck and ears. Then rub your hands together to distribute the sunscreen, and then apply it evenly all over your face and neck, including around the eyes. Unless the sunscreen is going to irritate your eyes, then avoid the eye area and wear sunglasses instead. Or you're going to replace your sunscreen to a sunscreen that you can use around the eyes. Just make sure to not get it into your eyes nor into your mouth. And once you have applied your sunscreen all over, well, then you can stop right here and wait at least 10 to 15 minutes before heading outside. Unless you're now planning on wearing makeup on top, then again the 10 to 15 minutes is important for your sunscreen to set, and then move on to your makeup application. Now I just want to quickly give you a side note when it comes to the reapplication. If you only have short intervals of sun exposure throughout the day, let's say you're heading out for work, for school, maybe out for grocery shopping, for lunch, you know what I mean, where you just have like a little bit of sun exposure every time, but then you're heading inside again. Well, if by the end of the day it would sum up to half an hour or 1 hour of sun exposure, if you're going to apply the sunscreen properly in the morning, it should last you for the entire day. However, if you have sun exposure for quite some time, let's say several hours where you cannot seek any shade, then make sure to apply your sunscreen every 2 hours to maintain that protection, or even immediately after strong exercises where you sweat off the sunscreen, where you rub off the sunscreen, like doing some workout, or even after swimming. And based on that, you need to then adjust it accordingly to your day-to-day activities. And this is what I wanted to share with you. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Remember, you'll find the PowerPoint in the description box down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give the thumbs up, share and subscribe. And if you want to see more educational skincare content, head on to my YouTube channel. There you will find much more. And I will see you there. Happy skincaring!